making the steal and cannot finish at the rim. Vance Jackson keeps it alive. He can't get it to go. 1-1. And Vance Jackson, the freshman from Los Angeles, really sweet stroke he's got.
Yeah, you know, he's one of their best. He made a Daniel Hamilton, who played here last year, was the star sophomore, now in the D League for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And here comes Alteri Gilbert. Jackson, the quick release on the left side, halfway down, and that comes out. Northeastern has opened a double-digit lead. Vance Jackson, and that's what he does. Vance Jackson, a pure shooter. Shot clock at 6. Gilbert can't knock it down, but there's an offensive rebound. Vance Jackson reversing under it. A beautiful move by the freshman.
He's out there just floating to the perimeter and challenging Bryman to come out and guard him.
Jeremy Miller now has 8 points, and that's what you want to see right there out of Amita Brima Glass.
They just caved UConn in on that possession, and Northeastern just wanted it more.
Jackson can't get it to go.
Trying to find their identity, so he's just trying to hang around in this game and find a way to sneak it out.
Jackson too hard off the iron. Vance Jackson, he's a shooter, and that's what he does well as he steps behind the three-point line and knocks it down. Northeastern has led most of the way, and they lead it by 3. Vance Jackson looking to tie it, comes up short. As I was saying a moment ago, Kevin Ollie does believe his team is going to snap out of this. Vance Jackson, that's an air ball, not even close. Jackson, up fake, putting it on the deck, floater, short.
To control the last couple of minutes. Jackson, very good outside shooter. Shot fake, drive, and missed the layup. The pace picking up. Adams. Jackson wide open. Air ball the 3. Good minutes with the freshman here.
There's been 5 white shirts on the glass now.
Jackson, count it. UConn back within 6. And a little strong off the back of the iron, but he brings it back out. Jackson's hit 1 3, in and out, and a foul underneath going against Connecticut. May have been wrong, looked like with the left knee, but if Larrier is going to be out for any stretch of time, Jackson's going to be playing.
So-and-so is going to have to step up and do more. Everybody's going to have to do more. You can't expect one guy to make up for.
Purvis to Jackson. 2 minutes to go in the half.
Nice job by Cameron McGriff to guard that ball screen and recover.
Deep one for Purvis. Still loose, back up, no, and the first half will come to a close.
Extra guy out there that can really stretch the floor.
He made 39 threes last season, shot 34% from beyond the arc. There's a guy who's going to make some threes in his career up in Stores. That's Vance Jackson.
He's forced a bunch of them. They've scored a bunch of points off him.
They had 21 points off Connecticut turnovers in this game.
It's because when they haven't gotten things in transition, they haven't been quite as good. We'll just call him Fred.
Jackson. And Jackson's been making some shots.
He's got a low release point. It comes right off his forehead, but the stroke is so pure.
And Chaminade in the early going up 4 on the Huskies, his Division II host of this event. But there is Vance Jackson, the freshman from LA for UConn.
They sustain.
The average,
what happened to Amita?
over 10 threes per game as Jackson with his 2nd 3 for UConn.
Just fantastic to see everybody hitting their jumpers.
Vance Jackson from way deep, and the rebound, Austin Pope for the Silver Swords.
Austin Pope is not 6'6", please.
That's what they tell us. Oh. Jackson to the basket, and he has 8 of the Huskies' 12.
Reigning champion.
Providence.
Wow.
And the free throw goes. From Prolific Prep, which is up in Northern California. Played for an outstanding coach. 11 threes for Chaminade.
What was the score of the game that Chaminade beat Ralph Sampson in?
That was not. And the freshman on the reverse, Vance Jackson with 11. 12.
But Caleb Gilmore, I haven't seen much of him today. His dad in a tournament about 25 years ago. And I want to see Stanley Walker have a huge close to this game. Defense, Rondo Goodwin.
The basket. Vance Jackson.
What a rebound. have been for so many decades. And so if you can get it done again. Pray that Brother Bernie and Brother Chaminade will be on their side down the stretch.
Vance Jackson, count it, and one.
They're back in the States. His son, Jalen's a football player. I mean, you know when you turn those guys on that you're going to get the show.
I see his
I
Oregon
think he's
Ducks.
still here.
He'll be back in here tomorrow.
They're in a class by themselves in this field. Georgetown has played the best basketball in one half of any team that I've seen this year.
3 out of the last 4 years. As the freshman from LA.
What goes on, the team gets better and better. They usually don't start the year.
Jalen Adams came back in with about 14 minutes left in the half and 2 fouls as the 3 is too strong for Vance Jackson. Up, and it's Christian Vitale the rebound.
That's a heat check.
About a 9-second differential between the shot and the half clock as the freshman Vance Jackson missing everything.
Happy for Dylan Brooks moving so fluidly. No hesitation, no ill effects from the surgery on his foot. Just completely changes the game. Whoa.
Vance Jackson a 3.
Beautiful.
Jackson short on the 3. And UCLA, the highest scoring team in college basketball to begin the season.
Playing great ball with a couple of nice
Vance
freshmen.
Jackson hits a 3, and UConn not going away.
Fantastic tournament could happen. Let's say thanks to Kemper, Lesnick, all those guys, Steve Lesnick, Tom, all the guys that make it all happen.
13 minutes to go here in the first half at the XL Center in Hartford. Vance Jackson appeared to get hit, beginning their 41st season here at the XL Center. They began playing in this building back in 1976.
You taking a lot of difficult shots, and give UConn credit. They're doing a nice job of rotating and contesting.
Vance Jackson can't get it to go in that first half. Vitale with the shot clock now under 5. Jackson's got to put one up there. He hoists it up from way downtown. Johnson, his first basket.
Johnson's important because he's another point guard for BU that's been injured all season. The young player on the line, grind it out, block out, get the ball up the court very, very quickly.
Easy comes back in. Big free throws right there by the freshman. Big free throws for the freshman. And it's second one goes down.
Beat it down for a layup, but a quicker shot, I think you're going to get something better. You start going deeper into the clock. It's like being in a spider web. It gets worse. You got to make 2 play 1 in this.
The heave with the shot clock winding down. That won't fall. Found 1 or 2 that were very, very kind. Here's Jackson. Can't get that one to drop.
Big game.
And talk about an early departure for the NBA, but he's got to show up. Shot clock at 5. Jackson, too strong.
Get a positive rhythm going. They've continued to fight.
Jackson may have been partially blocked and taken away by Battle.
Jackson is at the line, a freshman. He's from Los Angeles. That's Kevin Ollie's hometown. UConn's a great opportunity. Made free throw there for Jackson. Open look from 3. That's a miss for Vance Jackson.
Handled himself incredibly well. And you can't say enough about that. That's a challenge. I mean, as big time as he was.
Vance Jackson for 3. It has just been knocked over as far as those knee problems are concerned. Vance Jackson with the nifty moves to tie the game.
But excuse me. By the way, my mother just texted me and actually gave me the dictionary definition of clunkers.
I'm glad. Thanks, Mom. 3-pointer falls for Vance Jackson. He nearly had a steal there. It's Jalen Adams protecting it for UConn. Shot clock inside of 5. 3 goes up and down for Vance Jackson. UConn grinded out a win against Syracuse in the Garden on Monday. And Vance Jackson unable to give them an 8-point lead here in Columbus tonight. The win. Get back to 500. They're 4-4. Jackson was blocked.
Sits down. There's Vance Jackson from the left corner, not even close, didn't even catch iron.
Confidence level being given those extra minutes and given the ability to say, listen, you can take those shots in the lane.
On the first free throw, 65% free throw shooter on the season, made his 4th start of the year today. UConn trying to work on the middle of that North Florida zone off the bounce. Don't see it that often, but Vance Jackson, the ability to put it on the deck and finish. Spotting a Facey, cutting in, he tried for the dunk. Not even close. There's Vance Jackson, well short.
Dog be sitting down there. Jake on the recovery. Kenton Facey had an early bucket. Vance Jackson launches a 3, and it's high off the iron. Keen offensively.
Floor bounce is when a guard drives it in, the other guard has got to cover the backcourt. If you don't cover the backcourt, all of a sudden, and all 5 offense.
The Huskies on defense, and now Purvis will look to push it. Defense got back. Vance Jackson launches a 3, can't get it. The rebound to him, and he got fouled.
Yeah, Connecticut's blocking shots, and what you do, you drive it in there, come to a stop, redirect the basketball, and now you're shooting a step-in open shot. What was the over-under on him sweating through that suit?
100%. There was no.
He's got to step up and make plays, and that's what they're doing right now, and they did it against North Florida as well.
Facey has room for the offensive glass. He got bumped out of the way. Coming off a 20. The bench, they've looked like the best offensive unit when he's been on the floor.
I like him.
Jackson made one good ball flick, then ball fake. Then
defender on Wiley's back. Throw that thing in and let play off of that post pass.
Enoch wipes out a defender, and Jackson misses a 3. And after they missed, I believe it was 1 game, they were allowed to come back 2 games. That's why Bruce Pearl.
And he was playing really well, just knocked down that big 3. And you go for points if you're Connecticut right now. There's really only one guy that has done it before.
Not Vance Jackson?
Shooting 29% from the 3.
Backboard, too.
Slapped the backboard. Yeah. Was it on its way up?
I didn't think it was going in. Jackson 3, got it! Vance Jackson knocks down a big 3, and that's important for him. He had been 0 for 7 from the field before that 3. They set up Vance Jackson. He launches a long 3. It's short and off to the right.